Hi, everybody. I hope you are all well. These energies that we have just entered are very interesting. As we continue to go through these transmutations and transformation of our being on many levels, we are going to move through the different passages, the different spaces of this process. At the moment now, as I tune in, what I'm seeing and feeling is that in the next week to 10 days, we are moving through a time where there will be quite a bit of energies that we are feeling that are very polarized. What that means is that we might feel really expansive, like things are moving in a flow, and then we might feel really restricted, constricted, and frustration comes up. And this is because there is this expansion or stretching that's going on in our energy field. And this is occurring because we are moving onto a different path leading us into 2025. And when I look at these energies started to come in very strongly in 2020 when the whole world changed and many places on the planet shut down, became small, restricted, and constricted in many ways. So we've been in this energy, this embodiment. So all the work we are doing on ourselves in self-realizing, in remembering, has created an expansion in our field. But there are pockets of frequencies connected to when much around us and within us had to shut down or became restricted. So a lot of what we are going to start feeling on and off heading towards Christmas is the release of that restriction. And that brings to the forefront many feelings of a mixed bag of many feelings. So feelings of excitement, but also feelings that will bring up certain energies that we have been in because of the restriction. And those energies are connected to our perception, to how we see ourselves, how we see our reality, because some of our perceptions has been shaped by the restrictions that came in quite strongly in 2020. We had restrictions before, but they were, let's say, merged within the different parts of our being, our personalities, how we moved, how we created our reality, and so on. But in 2020, it intensified and bordered to the forefront because the collective, the world, was all unified in the restrictions. So the energies that you might feel now and heading towards Christmas is the energies of that undoing, the undoing of those restrictions. And some of the symptoms of that undoing is feeling a bit, how do I put this? Feeling a bit all over the place in your thoughts, in being able to focus, in being able to, I think focus is one of the main things, but also being able to really get motivated to complete tasks or to start certain projects or start certain ventures. I'm putting that really simply, but time is the beginning of that undoing of the restrictions that can cause feeling a bit off balance because we have held onto those restrictions unknowingly. And so that's been this structure, right? This structure that's been created around us. And as this structure comes down, it's this feeling. We're going to have these feelings of expansion, but also these feelings of just feeling a bit wobbly. It's really important to listen to your body, to not be impatient with yourself, and learn to work out your own natural flow at this time. As this restriction starts shifting, we will be able to feel the momentum of creation that activates synchronicity and the higher aspect of synchronicity, which is serendipity. So when this restriction loosens and starts undoing, dissolving, then synchronicity can return. And synchronicity is simple things, hearing a message that gives you the right words, that directs you or confirms for you where you're at or what you need to move into. Synchronicity of bumping into someone who is that right vibration to give to you, or you to give to them what is needed at that given time. And the higher aspect of synchronicity is serendipity. And serendipity is the energy of synchronicity in continuous flow, where you're just in that flow and you know without a doubt that you are co-creating with a natural flow of the universe, of your soul, in co-creative ways with other souls, beings on all levels. What has kept us away from this natural rhythm, this natural flow, is restriction. Like I said, we had restriction before 2020. But in 2020, it became intensified. So our energetic field, our energy centers became restricted, and some of those energy centers were constricted because of the nature of that time and these times, where we were held in a certain consciousness and certain vibration. Now, the energies that you're feeling leading up to Christmas is the undoing of those restrictions. So you might feel it around the throat center and around the head centers. And this is because we were highly restricted around these energy centers, where our ability to connect and see through our own knowledge was restricted. So as the undoing of these structures, energetic structures around these energy centers occur, we might feel a bit overwhelmed around the head centers, around our thoughts, feel a lot of energy around our crown, our third eye, our eyes, and that's because of this undoing as we are returning to clear vision. This is occurring because we are moving into 2025, a whole different new vibration. It is the first pathways out of the 2020 realities. So we're going to feel at times a bit odd, unusual. One of the things that can assist you is learning to be still. You will experience, or you might experience, a different type of tiredness. And this tiredness is connected to what I'm talking about. It is a tiredness that is occurring because there is a clearing out of the overload of thoughts, of opinions, of messages that you have received or gathered that needs to be now cleared, needs to be now dissolved. So you're going to also find that a lot of things that you once subscribed to, beliefs, thoughts, many things, won't fit you anymore. You won't be resonating with it anymore. That's across on all levels, on many beliefs. And that's okay, because you're stepping more and more upon the path of your sovereignty to yourself. So some things you might hear, might feel and see as very old, an old consciousness. And that is an indication that you are definitely moving into the unknown spaces, that you're ready to enter into those unknown spaces. So as you take those steps, as you are feeling your way into those unknown spaces, you are creating an opening, an activation to release any bindings of an old consciousness that is not in alignment with your unknown, which is yet to be seen, yet to be made known. It is the creative potentiality of divine manifestation through you. How it becomes and manifests in the physical reality is co-created with your soul that knows perfectly the divine truth of you in your I am. So part of these energies that are now going to be undone is the energies of restriction that has kept many of us in a bind of all consciousness, collectively and individually. The release of this can happen now. This release can happen now because of the amount of work we've been doing on ourselves. Some of the feelings that might come up for you is frustration, discomfort in your digestive system, impatience, bit of anger, just feeling intolerant. Please know that these feelings come from the base energy center and the sacral. And it's being held there. It's being held and has been held there because of these restrictions. When we have these restrictions, which has been with us for the last 4 years, we don't feel free to express. We don't feel free to move forward. The energy that has been over us has been an energy of restrictions. And so, as we try and move out of this restriction, which is what we're in, those emotions get activated. Because those emotions are the emotions that were held in our being in the last 4 years. So you might have the accompanying thoughts of frustration, of I'm never enough, those kind of thoughts, or it's too late, or I'm too old, or I'm too this. It's the enough thoughts. Okay? Please just recognize there's no truth to it. It's energy. And because we're in this physical embodiment, our being needs to make sense of these energies that can be quite big and overwhelming. So those energies I'm talking about, those emotions, frustration, impatience, and so on, are the energies that have been lodged in our body, our system, since 2020, when the world changed. We have an opportunity to move out of this time. Know this to be true. We at different times are always at the crossroads, threshold. We always have a multitude of choices, pathways. It's part of the quantum consciousness. Not only individually, but collectively. We are at that space again, coming out of 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. So this time we're in, leading up to 2025, is this crossroad threshold. Really simply for us at the moment, keep it simple, keep doing the great work, clearing, undoing. You're shifting the restrictions. Be aware that those feelings that might come up, don't energize them with a story. Don't make it about someone else or something else in your life. It's just the energies that have been activated because they've been lodged here, everywhere, held. Now, there's a bit of shaking, and these are being released because you have been doing so much work on yourself that you are continuously creating these moments, opportunities of openings, of revelations. Always be gentle with yourself and always be kind to yourself. One of the things I've been doing as these energies have started is sitting and being, closing my eyes for 10 minutes. I even set the timer on 10 minutes. No one, no phone, nothing, and just sitting, closing my eyes and just feeling the gentleness, the energies. I'm neither here or there. I am being and feeling, just feeling the air around me, feeling the energy, just for 10 minutes. That assists and gives energy of support, and a support that keeps you in a vibration of expansion, because all of this that you're going through is about moving out of that 3-dimensional, that 4-dimensional consciousness and embodiment. So from now till Christmas, heading to Christmas, this is one of the energies that we're moving out of restriction. Thank you, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye.